Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst, and my God, does it feel like forever since I dropped a weekend review before a New York Giants football game, man. But here we are. All right. We are just a few days away from the New York Football Giants going head-to-head against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I am juiced up, y'all. This weekend is going to be so long for me because all I care about is Monday night. I mean, I'm just saying, man. If you ain't excited as a Giants fan, I don't know what to tell you, man. So hey, check this out, man. Let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things that happened this week. I'm gonna keep this one short for y'all, and I'm going to do a separate video on like my thoughts on the actual game. Just kind of switch it up a little bit. I don't want y'all to have to watch 25-minute videos if I can help it. So let's go ahead and get into it. One of the first things that happened this week was the Giants went ahead and they waived DeAndre Baker. Now, man, DeAndre Baker's story is a real sad one, y'all. I've talked about this several times, but I never really talked about it from a standpoint of if he did or did not do anything. And I'm still not going to be honest with you, because, the trial's still ongoing. But as it seems, man, it ain't looking good for DeAndre Baker. And it's looking even worse, man, because now we don't got a job. I'm still trying to figure out how this affects our cap. I'm still trying to figure out, what the Giants can do in terms of any guaranteed money. Obviously, him being placed on the commissioner's exemption list is the same as a suspension. So, I would think that it would void some of his money, but I don't know, man. I don't know the ins and outs of contracts like that. But hey, at this point in time, right, DeAndre Baker is no longer a New York Giant. He is not on a single team. He cleared waivers. He's still on the exemption list. So the man can't play anyway. And, we gonna just kind of wait and see how this trial plays out, man. And, I hope the best for the young man. He made a mistake, man, and he's getting ready to pay the price for that mistake. And I don't mean the mistake of robbing people, because again, we don't know if he did or didn't do it. But the mistake that he made was being involved with that circle of people in the first place, man. His ass should have been at the crib, studying his playbook, getting his mind ready to play football, instead he out gambling. I don't know, but it is what it is on that. Next thing, the Giants voted on the team captains. They made us wait a couple of days. They told us that they voted on them, and then they went and dropped the news about who were the team captains. So, as always, there are 6 team captains. For the offense, we got Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. For the defense, we got Blake Martinez and Dalvin Tomlinson. And for special teams, we got Nate Ebner and Jabril Peppers. Now, as I look at this, right, I get a couple of thoughts, man. The thoughts that I get when I look at these individuals, man, is that, like, honestly, they're all leaders, man. Like, they're all leaders. I don't really know a whole lot about Nate Ebner, right? But I do know what I've heard, and the coaches talking about him, and some of the things that we heard about him, from his days in New England, and from what we heard, man, this man is a leader. It's kind of crazy, man, because Daniel Jones being voted in, man, that says a whole lot about him as an individual, right? Because these team captains are not decided by the coaches, man. These guys were voted on by their players. The players went in and said, I want this man to represent me. So that says a whole lot about Daniel Jones, man. Year 2, and he's voted as the captain. And some people may have like different opinions about it or whatever, right? Some people have different opinions about Daniel Jones and his ability and how far he's going to take this team. But I tell you what, man, Daniel Jones seems like a lead by example dude. Based on an interview that he did, man, he gets fired up when he needs to. Then when he doesn't need to, man, you may just pull somebody to the side and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And just say, hey, man, you messed this up. We got to fix that. So, like, I won't say that I was surprised that they picked Daniel Jones, but I wasn't necessarily expecting it. But, that's a good look. That's a good look. Saquon, that's obvious, man. Saquon is kind of the face of this team right now, man. He's the outspoken, leader on offense, man. And so like that's not surprising. Blake Martinez, that was kind of a gimme as well, man. When you listen to what people say about Blake Martinez, when you listen to what his former coaches say, his current coaches say, like, this dude is a leader. This dude is the type of guy that he wants to get everybody lined up right. He wants to make sure everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. He wants to make sure that everybody has their head on straight, has their focus up. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. I don't know what we're gonna get from him on the field, right? But to have a guy like this, man, a smart ass dude who knows what he's talking about, knows football, has worked with the defensive coordinator before, understands the scheme. Like, this is a good look. And then Dalvin Tomlinson been stepping up as a leader, man. Like, he really has been, man. And it's kind of interesting because previously, a few weeks ago, Dalvin Tomlinson always seemed to be on the Giants website. They always would seem to be like talking about him. You go to the Giants YouTube, he's doing an interview, he's talking to reporters. Like, it seems like this dude has stepped up as a leader, and that's really a good sign, man. Like, it's a real good sign. When you look at the situation with him, right? This man does need a new contract. Now, I've said in the past that I think that Dalvin Tomlinson could be replaceable, and I'm probably wrong, all right? I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. I'm probably wrong. It looks like I'm wrong if the team decided that they wanted him to be one of the defensive captains. So, good on Dalvin Tomlinson. Hopefully he balls out, he earns his money, he gets a good contract, something that doesn't really, wreck the salary cap for us or whatever, and we'll see what happens with that. I already talked about Jabril Peppers, man. Jabril Peppers is definitely a leader. I'm real surprised, though, that he's a special teams captain. But it kind of plays into something that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, a couple of subjects from now. But I knew Jabril was going to probably be a captain in some form. I would have probably thought that he'd have been a defensive captain, maybe over Tomlinson. But hey, he's a special teams captain, man. Cool. I like Jabril Peppers, man. I like his mentality and I like the way he plays. And I'm good with it. So overall, when I'm looking at these captains, man, I'm real happy. I'm just real happy with who we selected, man. I think we made good choices in terms of who the captains are going to be. Maybe I'll do a video here in the future about why it's important, to have the right people as your captain. So we'll talk about that down the road. Okay. There was another situation that happened, man. There was a practice that was going on, right? They was in the beginning of practice, and Joe Judge apparently didn't like what he saw, so he stopped the practice, kicked the reporters out, and just ripped into the Giants. Now, some people are talking like, this may not be a good thing or whatever, but all the players seem to be cool with it. All the players seem to be down with it. And listen, as someone who's played and coached, man, I'm all about it because at the end of the day, right, you practice how you play. That's just what it is. You practice how you play. So if you come out there slow, if you come out there sluggish, if you come out there messing around, all right, it's going to translate to the field when it's game time. So I'm good with the coach being like, nah, everybody stop, yo. Let's have a conversation about what you guys is doing right now because this ain't it. This ain't gonna work. I'm totally good with that. So we actually got to hear from the defensive and the offensive coordinators, but before the week ended, and I just got two real quick points from the coaches. Just some things that kind of stuck with me. So Jason Garrett, right? He hasn't called any plays in a long ass time. It's been a super long time since Jason Garrett called any plays. And, some people are talking like that's a negative, right? Some people are talking like Jason Garrett forgot how to call plays. Listen, y'all got to remember something about Jason Garrett, all right? Jason Garrett won Coordinator of the Year as the offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, all right? Jason Garrett was one of the main reasons why the Giants-Cowboys offense was so potent. Now, obviously, they had monsters on the offensive line, right? They had a fairly good quarterback with Tony Romo. They had like Dez on the outside, Marion Barber at one point. Like, they had beasts, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was all Jason Garrett and no players, okay? They had beast-ass players, but Jason Garrett was calling amazing offense. If you take some time to go back and look and just kind of watch the Cowboys around like 2006, 2007 time frame, that offense was ridiculous, man. They were like the number 2 offense in the league. They were killing it, man. And I truly believe it was a combination of the players that they had, but it was also Jason Garrett's play calling. Now, y'all know how I feel about Jason Garrett. Y'all know I wasn't jumping out the window when we hired this man, all right? But the fact of the matter is that he's here, and I think the man still remembers a thing or two about calling offense. He doesn't have to worry about all the things he had to worry about as a head coach. So, like, before y'all like get it automatically in your heads that our offense is gonna suck, right? Because Jason Garrett wasn't a good head coach. Fall back, all right? We gonna see in a few days. We gonna see how this offense looks, right? But still, don't judge it off of week 1. It's week 1, all right? Let's give Jason Garrett a month, maybe a month and a half before we say he sucks, all right? I'm just saying, listen, if his play calling sucks, y'all know I'll come in front of this microphone and tell y'all his play calling sucks. Another thing that stuck out to me, man, Patrick Graham. He kind of talked about defensive alignment a little bit, and it's something that I had said, recently, that we may see a lot of defensive backs on the field all over the place, man. And he kind of poked at that a little bit. Like, he didn't come out and say we're gonna have a bunch of defensive backs on the field, but from what he was saying, man, it sounds like that there's going to be just a rotation of these defensive backs on the field. They're going to be playing safety sometimes. They're going to be playing boundary corner sometimes. They may be playing slot sometimes. They may even jump in the joker, like I said, and be playing like a linebacker position. Like, I have a feeling that these defensive backs are going to be deployed all over the damn place. Now, I was asked, it was a comment on one of my recent videos, like, why would we have so many defensive backs on the field when they can just run it down our throats? I don't necessarily see us having like, formations or sets like that in situations where they could run the ball. We're talking more along the lines of passing situations, okay? 2nd and long, 3rd and long, all right? And by 3rd and long, I mean like 8 and more, all right? Like, let's not pretend that we don't got no run D on 1st down. So I heard after listening to him and hearing what he had to say, man, like, that's kind of what I gather from what Patrick Graham is saying, man. Lots of DBs, that could be real cool, man. We're gonna wait and see. Last thing I want to touch on, and I kind of hearkened to this earlier, was the potential of having starters on specials. So if Peppers is our special teams captain, right? But he's also our starting strong safety, then what other starters are going to be on specials, man? And the coaches talked about this. The coaches talked about, like Joe Judge talked about, hey, man, maybe we might have some starters on specials if we need them to be there. Like, I'm not against it, right? I'm not against it. I don't like doing it all the time, but I'm not against it. All right. If the situation dictates it and we need Saquon to go return a kickoff, then do it. Okay. Like, we can't be scared of injury. We can't be scared of players getting extra reps. I'm all about some of these starters, playing some special teams if need be. If we're in a position where, we got to make sure that we tackle this dude as soon as possible on this punt, then we need to have the best tacklers out there. And if they're starters, then so be it. Get your ass out there and go make that tackle. I'm all about it. Like, honestly, I'm all about it. I think it could be the smart play, but with that said, I don't want it to be happening all the time. So, yeah, man, those are some of the big key items that happened over the course of this week. Some of the things that I just wanted to touch on before we go on ahead and full-blown get in game mode. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna end this one here, right? And I'm going to hit y'all with the, like my little preview of the game. I'm going to hit y'all with that in a separate video. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys taking some time to listen to me talk. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. I hope everybody gets just gets the time to spend with your family, enjoy it, have some fun times with them. Because when the Giants play, all that fun time stops. We watching our team, all right, and we rooting for our team, and we hoping that our team can go win this damn game. So with all that being said, I'll get up with you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.